Hey guys, I'm Jim from Colton RV and Marine. We figured we'd do a video of the most stressful time of a boater's day, which is the end, putting the boat on the trailer. So what we would like to do is show you guys how unstressful it can be every time you come in and retrieve your boat from a nice day out on the water. So if you would like, we're gonna put Mike on the dock and we're gonna bring this thing in and we'll show you the speed, some of the techniques I use to put my boat on the trailer. Okay, so once your rider or your passenger gets your trailer in, what you really want to have is, on our particular trailer, we have bunk guides, right? So the bunk guides will help you not float off. So you're going to catch the inside and the outside tunes, and that is going to kind of shimmy in. But for the most part, that is pretty much the best position you're at, that what you guys are viewing right now. And then as you guys come in, always set your emergency brake on the ramps, as it will be pretty slick in the hotter months of the season. But once you're at that position, you really want to get on a little bit of a line. And we all know the Niagara River has a little bit of a current. So I'm just going to back up a little bit here. And you always want to never try to get close to the trailer and fix yourself. If you get close to the trailer and you overshoot the trailer, you never want to put yourself in a predicament where you're going to have to back up and counter steer 100 times. It's easier to just back out and get on a straight line like we're doing right now and head on in. Now, speed wise, you want to kind of just creep. You want to get a slow trot to the boat or the truck, and then after that you're going to be in and out of gear. So you're going to feather in and out of gear, kind of judging the wind and kind of playing the current a little bit. You're going to hang your head off to the side of the trailer like so, and just kind of one little bump in reverse. You're going to land on the trailer perfectly. You're going to let the boat sit for a second. I always do a little walk around in my surroundings. The biggest thing you want to do is make sure that motor is straight, so we're going to straighten that up a little bit. Now when you get really good at this, you will just ride the rest of the pontoon up, but we're going to walk up and make sure that both of our lifting eyes are in our trailer. But we're pretty much landed and we're set. Now what you're looking at here on our Venture trailers, which is a very nice trailer, we do not have carpet bunks, we have slicks. So once you touch this and there's a little bit of water, the momentum is going to keep sliding you forward. Once you're at this spot, you're just going to literally make sure, again, your motor's straight. Make sure you know your depth at your launch. We're going to trim up here on the Niagara. And then you're just literally going to walk this thing a little bit forward. Act like a pro, like you know what you're doing. You can tell all those guys that, that pretty much float their boats on. Hey, I'm a pro, look at me. I've gotten a lot of compliments back in the day from loading boats on and off of trailers. Once you go here, Venture has a nice ladder. The driver can stay in the truck. The rider can do most of the work. What you're gonna do is flip your key, get all your slack out, grab your hook, which is attached to your safety chain, latch it, flip your lock back on. Again, make sure you're not floating any certain way, and give her a couple cranks. Now, once you're at that position, always crank it until you can't crank it anymore. Again, check your lock. And then again, always grab the nice handrail. Again, your rider or your driver can stay in the truck. You're gonna come back here, shut the boat off, and then always trim up before you come out of the water. I know a lot of you guys do not trim up coming out of the water on your pontoon because of the height the pontoon sits in. Do yourself a favor and trim it up at least a hair. There's a lot of wood and debris that collects on ramps. But that's as easy as it needs to be. You don't need to yell. You don't need a backseat captain. Calm, cool, and collected. Any questions you saw in this video, you're more than happy to call me. My number is 716-694-0188, extension 425. We do lessons. You buy a boat, I will not leave you until you understand this process first and foremost. But come hang out with us one afternoon at Colton RV and Marine. You can check all our boats out, including this one, at coltonrv.com. Thanks, guys.